Today on the channel, I'm going to show you how to play the song Final Countdown by Europe. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to play the song Final Countdown by Europe. This is a really fun song to learn. There's some really cool voice leading in the chord progression. There's an iconic melody that we all love, we all know, and I'm going to show you how to play that. And the guitar solo is really fun, and it plays to the chord changes. It's very classical influenced. It's very Viking, effeminate Viking metal, I guess you could say, for lack of a better way of putting it. And you know, cool song. So let's begin. All right, so let's check it out. The song is in standard tuning, and it's in F sharp minor or A major, whatever you want to prefer. It modulates to B minor in the guitar solo, so that's kind of cool. But let's take a look at the very beginning. Okay, so I'm going to show you the chords in the intro, and then I'm going to show you the melody for the intro first. So the chords are F sharp minor, and that's when it goes da 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 da, ba da 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 da. Okay, then it's going to go to a D5, and then a B, a B5 to an E5. Okay, so the first four chords are F sharp minor to a D. They don't play really a major or minor third in these chords in the intro. They let the keyboard do it. B, E, and at the very end of the melody it goes F sharp minor. This is an E with a G sharp on the bass. So that's something kind of interesting. Voice leading to an A, then a D, C sharp. So once again, the beginning is F sharp minor to a D, B, E, F sharp minor to a D, to B, to E. Then ends F sharp, E with the G sharp on the bass, A, D, C sharp. Okay, and then we're going to gallop. Same thing. And then we're going to end with a nice F sharp minor. We're going to put the minor third in that chord, okay? And that's where the verse starts. All right, so you're like, Marty, let's play that melody, okay? So there's a lot of different areas in F sharp minor that you can play this melody, but I always look for the easiest for my fingers. So I'm going to show you this way up here, and it goes. Okay, so we're up here in F sharp minor. Now if you take the F sharp minor blues scale, it's going to be primarily in this position up here on the 14th fret, okay? But we're going to be up here on the 16th and 14th a little bit as well. So up on the G string on the 16th and 18th fret, we're going to go 18, 16, and then 16 on the D. And then 19, 18, down to 16. So the first part's. Okay, then the next part goes. It kind of repeats the same phrase, but it goes up a little bit higher. 9, 18, 9, 18, back down to 16 on the D. So the first three phrases are That's 1, then 2. That's 3, then the last one goes. That's 16, 14 on the G. Twice, 16, 14. Then 13, 16, 14. Then we repeat. Then the outro goes. I'll repeat that again. All right, so from that beginning again is. Pretty cool. All right, so let's take a look at the verse. All right, so when the verse comes in, it mellows down a little bit, and they're playing minor chords now. So it's F sharp minor during the verse, and then a B minor, back to an F minor, and then it goes E, G sharp to A. That's nice. See, it's voice leading. It's F sharp minor. It's going to go. We're going F sharp, G sharp, A. But that G sharp is the major third of an E chord. So it's E. You can play the A there or there. Then it goes D to an E. We're going to go voice leading down. A. E, G sharp on the bass, F sharp minor, E, D, and then back to E. It's the final countdown. All right, so I'll play through that chorus and try to keep the verse and try to keep time with it. All right. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the verse and the chorus. You just have to. The tricky part to this is, just learning these little voice leading parts. Now you don't have to play the E with the G sharp and the bass. You could just play the 4th fret on the low E string. You could do like between that F sharp and that A chord, and when you're going from the A chord down to the F sharp, you could just ride down. C sharp. Very classical, all right? Very nice. Maybe that's why they were called Europe. Europe was, of course, Europe it's classical music, right? All right, so let's take a look at this guitar solo. The guitar solo is really the fun part of this song. Now I'm going to play this guitar solo for you slowly. I can play it up to speed, but it's to teach it. I'd rather just show it to you, kind of at regular speed. I'm not here to flaunt, and I've been sicker than a dog, man. Haven't played guitar in a week, so I'm a little rusty today. But anyway, getting better. Sorry for if I'm sniffing in the camera. just been really crazy sick, man, for like a week. Just really bad cold, spring cold. All right, so the guitar solo, it's pretty cool, man. He arpeggiates this a B minor chord. I'm going to show you these shapes. One way to get the tone in this is to go to your neck pickup. It's got a really creamy, heavily distorted tone, and it sounds like he's got about 4 guitars on this solo. So to make, in the 80s, a lot of guys, and even to this day, but in the 80s, a lot of guys, to get their solos and their these iconic, huge, larger-than-life leads to sound the way that they did, they would double and triple and quadruple these parts and play them identically each time, and they would just, sound so cool and put lots of delay and reverb on them, and great players. But it's kind of hard to make the solo sound the same without all the tripling and quadrupling and all the effects and stuff. But anyway, I'm going to show you these shapes, and going to give you the concept of how this works. Okay, so there's 4 arpeggios in this. The solo starts in B minor. All right, and then they go to an A, or an A with a C sharp on the bass. So the first part of the solo is a B minor, which is going to be the 12th fret on the B string, and then the 10 and the 14 on the high E. And then they're going to play a A, and they're going to go. It's kind of like a diminished arpeggio, really, but it's an A dominant 7 or a C sharp diminished. So we're on the 14, 12, and 15. 14 on the B, 12, and 15 on the high E. So once again, B minor. And then he's going to go to a D chord. Then it's which is 15 on the B, 14 on the E, and 17 on the high E. Then he's going to play a G. Goes to a G, and I go. And I'm on the 8th on the B, and I'm on the 7 on the high E, and the 10 on the high E. So those shapes again are 10. Each first note is on the B string. 10. 12, 10, 14. B minor, C, 7, 14 on the B, 12, 15 on the E, and then D major, 15 on the B, 14 on the E, and 17 on the E. G major chord, 8 on the B, 7, 10 on the E. And the way they do that is go. I'm going to trill. So what I'm doing is I'm alternate picking down, up, down when I start it, and then down pick. I'm gonna trill. I'm gonna hammer on the 10 and 14 and release, and then pick that 12th fret on the B. All right, so each shape does the same pattern. I hope that makes sense. Or the same, it's like the same pattern. If you get it really fast and you quadruple it, it'll sound like the record. All right, so when he comes out of that, sounds to me like he's going. So what I'm doing is I'm doing 7 on the high E, then 10 on the B, 8, 7 on the B, I'm going to go 10-7, 10-8-7 again. And then twice on the 9th on the G. So I'm coming out of put some of that nice European Ingve vibrato on it. I'm knocking my guitar against my table over here. It's like sucks. All right, and then it goes. There's this really cool blues lick that I can never get right. I've been working on it forever, and like 20 years I can't get it. All right, so when we go, then we're gonna go. That is. So we're going to start on the B string on the 8th fret. Now if you get your whammy bar ready, there's going to be some scoops. He does some scoops in there. Okay, so out of that. Then there's this lick, it goes. Very interesting lick. It's like the only blues lick in the whole song. So slowly it's like this. It's so cool because there's this. Instead of going. This is chromatic thing. It's pretty awesome. Once again. Okay, have fun with that one. That one's a great lick. And then it goes back to same thing. All right, then it goes. So when it does that little, it ends differently. It's got to come out of it because it's going to go up to a C sharp. The solo ends on a C sharp and then back to F sharp minor. So it's going to modulate back to the F sharp minor out of that solo. So at the very end of this lead, that's why he does that little melodic switch off. Then up a step, which is a C sharp minor blues lick. Cool. Hope all that makes sense. It's a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Now, when it comes out of the solo, there's these punches. It just goes. They lead into that D with a C sharp. Then they go D to E. They kind of lead into it like that. Structured really nice. Okay, and then the song just ends. With the Vikings riding off into the sunset. All right, well, there you go. That's the final countdown by Europe. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hope this content is enjoyable for you. If you like it, please consider subscribing, comment below, and as always, have a great day. Peace out.